Well, hello you bearded bastards, and welcome back once again to Ushengvagush, Monsterkiller. And we're really gonna have to hope that our fortress lives up to its name today, because currently an ancient terror is bearing down on the fortress. A terror known as Bax, an enormous hairy tick, equipped with deadly webbing. A terrible foe indeed. And now, one of two things may happen. The creature may enter the fortress, through the ramp to the north, or it may end up heading southward, towards these peasants down here. Either way is not fantastic. Well, let's unpause the game and see what happens exactly, and then we'll have a better idea of what we should do next. Alright, we're following Bax, who is moving in towards the fortress. It looks like it's gonna head north, and it is, up the ramp. Alright, moving, it's at the living quarter right now. Alright, that's a bit awful. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have my warriors move in behind it. These are just the recruits here. The more skilled warriors are still out in the fortress. Well, anyways, we've got a beast to kill, dwarves! For Ushengvagush! Alright, following the beast once more, who's moving right into the living quarter. There are a couple warriors moving in, and they both died. There are webs all over the place. They're fighting. A third dwarf has died. Oh, some combat here. Big combat. Oh, and Bax is dead. Oh, okay, have the game pause right now. We have a few dead dwarves here. Ooh, yeah, that was ugly. We lost a brass spike named Monam, who was a damn good fighter. That's quite a shame. And we also lost two of the granite hoods, an oily wasp, and a silver king. And there's a couple more badly wounded dwarves here as well. One of whom just died, I believe. Oh, man. Yeah, that was bad. One of our worst forgotten beast attacks, I think. It's a real shame we couldn't get that tick caught in our pen, huh? But I suppose it could have been so much worse. The tick was in our living quarter. I mean, imagine if it had gone up these stairs over here. Warpfist's room is right here. And here's Venom Blood down this way. Yikes. Yeah, that could have been so much worse. Well, anyways, good fighting today, warriors. And make sure to remember always those who did not return. They died for Ushengvagush. They are the heroes. And you know, I suppose this gives us another corpse to add to the museum. Bax, that is. Yeah, let's do it up. That should be in here shortly. And now that that threat is dealt with, well, I suppose it's time to think about what we should do next. Well, before we do anything too amazing, we have a couple of little things to attend to. Like this pen down here. I checked it out, it is all linked up 100%. I think Bax had walked onto this bridge down here as it was closing, and his weight kept it open. Our fault, I suppose. Should have closed it just 1 second sooner. Damn. Well, no worries, it is all set up now, and we do have a couple more bait animals on their way to be chained up. Then over here, we have that metalsmith's forge, where we were decorating that bronze throne for Obak. Yeah, that whole thing's kind of being a finicky pain in the ass, but we're gonna get to it eventually. I'll let you know when we finish it. It might take a bit. And another thing, Aban Salabthabam, the humble miner. He was killed last episode, and I had said that we're gonna put a silver statue of him here in the Hall of Heroes. But you know what? I don't think we're gonna do that. He was a hero, yes, absolutely. But you know, a flashy silver statue? I don't think that's up his alley. No, in fact, we're going with a plain old stone statue. I think that'd be a much better choice. Just think about how humble the guy was. Didn't want to be bothered, just wanted to work. And so we have here a statue of Aban laboring, just in the tunnels here. A humble statue for a humble dwarf. And hero. Again, rest well, buddy. Oh, and here's something else I forgot completely about. Zungo, the shelled leech. Killer of Terran, the filthy blob. Yeah, this thing's still wandering around in the caverns. A bit terrifying. Remember, this thing does have deadly blood, which could cause some serious problems for my dwarves. Yeah, not great. And while last episode it seemed fairly content just to sit in the caverns, we could see here it's actually moving around now. Yeah, I don't like it, but I guess the best thing we could do right now is just to keep an eye on it. Now, I'd be all for attacking that leech, but we just suffered some fairly heavy losses due to that tick. And, that deadly blood. It could be bad. I don't want to go losing any more warriors. Not yet anyways. But yeah, anyways, let's see here. What do we have to do in the fortress? Well, it's currently the 6th of Limestone 261, early autumn, so it's getting a bit late in the year. We do still have some time for raiding, but we haven't raided at all this year. And you know, I think the dwarves are pretty okay with that. The goblins haven't bothered us at all in months. I think it's been more than a year now. Kinda crazy. Yeah, we really must have messed them up by doing all that raiding last year. Bastards. That's what they get. But yeah, for now, I think we'll just kind of focus on stuff in the fortress here. We do have a lot to accomplish, such as the Queen's throne room. We still really haven't done that much with it, although over on the side here you can see these ramps. I just ordered those to be dug, and if we look up, you can see I have planned out a couple of chambers, which are looking a bit messy. Here, just a moment. Oh geez, hold up a second. We have a dwarf here interrupted by a forgotten beast. I'm sure I know who that is. Oh yeah, these dwarves here. It looks like Zungo might be heading down those tunnels that we had dug out for Terran. Well, dwarves to the fortress, and we'll follow the beast, who is heading down. Oh no, what are you doing, dwarves? Foolish. What's going on right now? I can't really tell. Well, I think those dwarves actually ran past Zungo. Oh, and here comes some, oh boy. Ooh, wounded dwarves. Not great. Damn leech. Killed one of the jewel braids, and is now coming down towards the fortress. Mildly interesting. It's not going to be a great thing if we get this creature stuck in that trap that I had made. We need something with a more ranged attack. Oh, and I was just taking a look at the combat log here, and this is pretty badass. There was a dwarven child there who got bit by the leech. Bit on her hand, which exploded into gore, and then the leech actually sucked blood out of her hand. Oh man, she is 2 years old as well. Just a baby pretty much. We'll have to keep an eye on her. Certainly a candidate for a nickname. Back to Zungo. The creature is still on its way down. Almost there. Gonna have to be ready with those levers this time. In fact, let's try to get somebody in here. ASAP. Come on, dwarf. There we are. Now watching Zungo. Approaching the pen. Pull the lever, dwarf. There we go. And Zungo is ours. Very good. But I'm not too sure why it's not attacking these bunnies here. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. You know, I just had myself a little idea here. Down here we can see our ballistas, which the siege engineers are still practicing on. How about we try to skewer that beast? Might be pretty cool, right? Yeah, let's take a stab at it. Pun quite intended. Let's try this right here. I have the dwarves constructing a long wooden tunnel, and once it's completed, I'll let the leech out, and we'll have to travel down that tunnel, and when it does, I'll have this siege engineer fire his ballista. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but it's gotta be worth a try, right? I don't really want the leech stuck in that pen. It's kinda useless in there, and if another interesting gassy or webby beast shows up, I wanna have it be open, you know? Alright, and there we go. Dwarves back to the fortress, please. And we'll give him a second. Yeah, we really don't want that leech in there, so it's going to have to be dealt with. And I have the distinct feeling that this is going to work out just fine. Alright, looks like we're clear. So let's pull that lever. There we are. And the gas pen is open. And here comes the leech. And... Okay, there it comes. Very good. Slowly. It's in the wooden hall. I don't know, should we do this? Yeah, let's try it. Oh, damn it. This bridge here. It's still up. What an awful person I am. Alright, what is wrong with me? It's gotta be something, right? Let's see if we can get this lever pulled in time. Probably not, but I guess you never know. Alright, the bridge should be coming down any second. Alright, it's down. Let's fire the ballista. Fire at will. Joosh. Come on. Oh boy, okay, yeah, I hit it. Fantastic. I paused the game. Yeah, it definitely hit him. You can see that blood there. Let's see the damage. Alright, looks like it hit it in its body, tearing the skin and bruising the muscle and the guts, and then it got hit in the mouth, tearing the muscle, as well as its shell, which is now torn. Very cool. Although that being said, the beast is still moving in. Probably not great news. Alright, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take the sand blades and the brass spikes and send them down. They'll definitely be able to handle the creature, and I know a few of them have fought beasts with deadly blood in the past, and it hasn't been a problem. Anyways, okay, let's see how this goes. Following the beast, who is now slowly moving towards the fortress. It left a bit of a blood trail behind it, but it's still coming in. Oh, it's fighting with the dwarf. One of the recruits, I believe. Wounded recruit. Oh, okay, fantastic. There is a bit of blood there on the ground. Yeah, it looks like Nish here is the one who killed the beast. That is great. Good job, buddy. Just trying to keep an eye on the guy now, just to see if that blood had any ill effects. Well, I'm not seeing anything yet. That's good. Well, good job, dwarves. Well handled, I'd say. Although this blood here in the hall has me a bit worried. Hopefully it doesn't end up being a problem. Well, anyways, back to this little girl here. Unib. What a little pro, huh? 2 years old and she had her blood sucked out of her hand stump. Man, that really is something. Yeah, I'm definitely giving her a nickname. Well, little Unib, I'd say you've earned the nickname Leechbait. How does that sound? Fairly apt, and we'll certainly always remember who she is now. I like it. Grow up well, little one. And know that you've already become a legend. I'll tell you guys, you know, Dwarf Fortress is just a special experience. An adventure, I'd say. Yeah, you know, it's special because it reminds you that you're human, right? You make mistakes, right? We all make mistakes. Now, I have the game paused, alright? And if we look over here, this way, the dwarves are now just scattered throughout these tunnels here. you know, going about their lives cleaning. And you could see a ballista bolt right here that looks to be just kind of plowing through this narrow tunnel that we had constructed for the leech, right? I never asked the dwarves to stop firing this ballista, and I just happened to catch this, like, right as that ballista bolt was heading for this narrow tunnel that is loaded with dwarves. Isn't that a stupid thing? What a stupid person. Well, I mean, only so much you can do at this point, which is to say I can do nothing. Let's see how this plays out, huh? Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, that was truly painful. Ugh. I don't even know what I could say right now. Utterly speechless. That was a serious incident. Oh boy, that was 6 dwarves dead instantly. And I'm sure there's others to come. Damn me. Oh, and look, cool. It looks like there's a giant cave spider attacking my dwarves. Isn't that neat? Alright, I'm just gonna watch up here for a second. See how this plays out. Oh my god, I can't even believe that just happened. Just unbelievable, really. Just gonna watch this spider. Just try to relax and just watch a spider. Such an unbelievable screw up. Like, I can't even face that stuff down there. This whole time we're basically begging for the next big threat. And this is what happens? Dwarven stupidity. The biggest threat we've faced. Utterly ridiculous. Oh, there's that mess. Oh boy. Yeah, that really sucks. Big time. What hell is this? We have another thief in the fortress. Now is so not the time, my friend. Damn it all. Kinda busy watching this spider. I'm hoping to get the thing trapped in this pen here. There we are, lever is pulled. And okay, we have a spider in the pen now, which is really good. Now where the hell's that thief? Looks like they found their way to the farm area. Go get him, dwarves. Moving past my civilians. Fighting, unconscious, and dead. Very good. I can't even handle this. It's so bad. And we do have some dwarves over in our hospital now, which is now fully stocked with soap. Fantastic news. They're pretty badly wounded, but I think they're gonna pull through. Just insane. Hurry up and get those walls down, will you, dwarves? I don't want to look at them anymore. Make me sick. Well, we do now have this spider here, trapped in this pen, which is an interesting thing. I'm not too sure how we can utilize that quite yet, but I might be coming up with a plan. I don't know, I guess I just feel cold now? Empty, I guess you could say? What a dumb mistake. Just imagine if there was a really important dwarf in there. The Baroness? Einod? Our queen? I guess all things considered, it went over pretty well. Technically, but still, damn. Not great. Alright, anyways, let's collect ourselves. It's over for now. The fortress is going to survive, and we'll just have to remember to be more careful in the future. Now then, the queen's suite. There are these 2 ramps that lead up to here, and then there's this hallway right here, with a little balcony looking out into the throne room. And then up here, there's this room on the left, that's gonna be her bedroom, and then on the right, that's gonna be her dining room. We're gonna have to put a whole bunch of good stuff in there. And you can also see I made some room for windows here in the dining room. I'm thinking some nice gem windows might be nice, but still trying to figure it out. It feels good that we're finally getting this done. It's been far too long. And while we're on the subject of the queen's throne room, over here we have her bronze throne, which I've been trying to stud with gold, but I really wasn't able to do that much with it, so I guess it's completed. Let's have a look. This is a well-crafted bronze throne. It is encircled with bands of well-crafted gold. Alright. Not really the most amazing piece, but you know, I think it's gonna have to do. We'll just have to make up for it in some other way. But what could we put in that throne room? Gonna have to put some thought into it, I guess. Well, anyways, hope you like it, Obak. So let's think for a second. What could we add to this throne room? Well, there's plenty of space underneath. Intriguing. Yeah, we'll definitely figure something out. Don't worry about it too much. Another artifact. Deduk Zeglarkovich the Spike has created Leketalath, a long hemp skirt. He claims it as a family heirloom. Interesting. Well, let's have a look. Clean bolted. This is a long hemp skirt. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with hemp, cotton, and tunnel tube, and encircled with bands of giant mole bone, octagon cut morganites, and round diorite cabicons. It is made from hemp cloth. This object menaces with spikes of green tourmaline. On the item is an image of negative comet, the constructive treason, an artifact that we had made in the fortress, as well as an image of thick crescents in sunstone, and an image of dwarves traveling in jelly opal, which relates to the foundation of Monsterkiller in the year 250. Yeah, you know what? I think that's a pretty good one. A long hemp skirt, eh? We'll have to figure out something to do with that. I have been throwing artifacts up here in the museum, but we could use some more space. It's already full, and I don't want to make it too packed in here. Maybe some more rooms off the sides. Yeah, probably gonna have to. There we go. That'll do for now. Well, while we're getting the queen's quarters sorted out, let's have another look down here at the gas chamber. That's what I've been calling it anyways. Although there's no gas involved anymore. No, now we have a wounded cave spider in here. And you know, I guess I never explained this whole trap thing to you, huh? Well, how I think it's going to work is that goblins will come down the entryway, alright? And these two bridges here, I can put them up so I can continue no farther down the entry hall. But then I can open up these side passages here, which lead to this narrow corridor which goes around the spider cage. Now, how it was originally going to work was I was hoping to get that gassy blob in here, and when goblins and such walked down this corridor, the ooze would spray its fumes out, and those goblins would, you know, die or whatever. But we no longer have a blob, so we're attempting to make do with a giant cave spider. A badly wounded giant cave spider. Now, this whole thing is set up now, I believe. But my one concern is that the spider isn't actually going to shoot its webbing out of these fortifications here. In fact, I can almost guarantee it won't. A little disheartening, right? Because I had my dwarves just for the heck of it put a bunch of cage traps around the outside on this corridor. I didn't think it was going to work because the spider should be shooting its webbing out at my dwarves, but they managed to set those cages up just fine. No problem whatsoever. So, you know, I'm not sure if that spider is actually going to shoot any webs out of these fortifications at all. But I guess we'll see. And yet another forgotten beast. The forgotten beast Romi Meliona has come. An enormous viper with external ribs. It has large mandibles and it undulates rhythmically. Its pale pink scales are jagged and overlapping. Beware its poisonous bite. Now I know we've seen a viper in the past, and if I recall correctly it killed a bunch of monster slayers, as well as that poor tribe of mushroom people. But overall I don't think it was a big deal. Poisonous bites usually aren't much to worry about, but not getting my hopes too far up. Alright, the snake is on the first cavern layer. Just watching it come in right now. Yeah, I'm really not too concerned about this one. I'm gonna call all the warriors up to the old fortress courtyard, just like old times, and we'll just wait for it to move in. And hopefully we have some warriors stationed by the time it arrives. And I'm sure we will. Looks like the creature's kind of wandering around a bit. Come on, you bastard. There's plenty of work to do, we can't be waiting for you all day. Alright, it's moving slowly through the water, and it looks to be coming around the northern side of the fortress. Up these slopes over here. Beast is incoming. Alright, and it's moving right in. And through the doors. And we have a civilian. And all our warriors. They are moving in. The beast is completely surrounded, wounded, unconscious, and dead. Not an issue. I don't think. Let's take a look. Well, it looks like this griffin here is the only one to have been injured in that fighting. A couple good bites. It looks like it got him in the lower body and tore apart one of his kidneys. Wow. And again in the hand, severing a bunch of nerves. Well, I'm sure he's gonna be fine. No worries. Good job, warriors. Another beast down. Anyways, back to work with you. No slacking. And now that that's dealt with, back to the traps. You can see over here I have another wall chamber carved out. Remember I did have that giant bark scorpion tucked away in one, and we never got a chance to release it on the goblins. But I've dug out a second one, and now we have a couple of blind cave ogres locked up in them. I think they'll be a bit more effective than that scorpion. Just gotta get them out of those cages first. There we go. Now they're just rampaging around those little chambers. Oh boy, we have all kinds of surprises waiting for those goblins when they show up again. They're in for it. But no worries about our giant bark scorpion. It's tucked away safely over here in our new exotic animal pen alongside the cave crocodiles. And you probably noticed that we have 3 giant bark scorpions right now. That's right, we got a second female bark scorpion from the elves just a couple seasons ago. And our happy couple has already given birth to a 3rd giant bark scorpion, which was born full size. How exciting is that? So now we have giant bark scorpions as well as cave crocodiles. An intriguing thing, I'd say. We'll have to let their population grow a little bit before we do anything too exciting with them though. But no worries, we'll get to it. Oh, and yes, we moved them over here because we're currently repurposing the old exotic animal pen. Yeah, just some slight modifications over here. Nothing too thrilling. Just planning for the future, you know. That sort of stuff. Oh, and on another note, it's the 4th of Obsidian, 261. Late winter, in time to mint some gold coins, I think. Before the start of the new year anyways. So let's mint some up. We have a ton of gold bars now, so yeah, let's make a whole bunch of these things. The fortress is really coming along and our coffers should reflect this. And here come the dwarves through the bustling dune hall on their way to mint some coins. Very exciting. I hope we get some good ones this year, but I guess I'm not hoping that hard. Alright, they're being minted. And all done. Let's have a look. This is the gold currency of Zugabkivish from the year 261. On the front of the coin is a finely designed image of square, brilliant cut gems. On the coin's back is a rendition of the Rope of Ends, a masterfully designed image of an earring. The image is a symbol of the Grand Lancers, our dwarven civilization. Very interesting. A simple design, understated. I like it. And I'm certainly glad it didn't have an image of a ballista bolt or something along those lines on it. The incident is something that we don't really want recorded in our history. No, definitely not. But it does have an image of an earring, which is our civilization's symbol, which is very nice. An obvious good choice. And on the front of the coin are some square, brilliant cut gems, which I'll assume is just a representation of another lucrative year, which we have had. There's been a bit of bloodshed, sure, but there's no stopping our progress. That's for damn sure. Good job, dwarves. And keep at it too. I want piles of gold coins. 3 cheers to another successful year here in Usheng-Bagush. Good job, dwarves. And remember, we're not speaking of the Ballista incident. Looks like we've encountered a little problem. It looks like we've finally run out of refined coal. We've had a huge supply of it this entire time, but now I guess we're out. That's a tad bothersome. Well, we did make a promise to the elves that we wouldn't chop down any more trees than we need, but I think we're gonna need a lot of trees. Well, we'll see what we can do, but if we need trees, then we need trees. There's no stopping dwarven progress. Oh, take a look here. Spring has arrived. Fantastic. The cactuses are bloomin', the birds are a-chirpin', or rather, the giant fireflies, I suppose. Do they chirp? Kinda creepy. And the ripe stink of elves is in the air. Yep, it's definitely spring alright. Oh, and the diplomat's here too. Fantastic.
Well met, Queen of the Born Dunes. My, what is this? A new throne room. That is delicious. Under construction too, I see. Rocks and boulders all over the place. You dwarves do love your pebbles, don't you? Quite. Now then, I suppose you could guess why I'm here today? Yes, I'm back once again to discuss your lovely greenery.
No. What was that? We cannot stop production just because of your quaint sensibilities.
Well, I never. That is not how this is supposed to go, you stunted pig. You are a fool to raise our ire, dwarf. Pray that this transgression does not turn around to bite you in the behind, Queen of the Dunes. I take my leave now, and am overjoyed to do so.
Yeah, and get the hell out of here too. Yeah, that's right, we turned him down. We're sick of that elven nonsense. We need to clear the trees around Usheng-Bagush. We're out of charcoal, and we have not yet found magma. Nor do I feel like looking. Oh, well, hey now. An artifact. And this looks like an interesting one. Fikad Rigothkal, the gem cutter, has created Sibnercan, a lapis lazuli door. She claims it as a family heirloom. Fascinating, a door. Made of gems, no less. Very interesting. Weep tired. Interesting name. This is a lapis lazuli door. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with briolette cut jelly opals, studded with gold, decorated with cave crocodile bone, giant olm bone, and giant cave toad leather, and encircled with bands of trillion cut almondines. This object menaces with spikes of rope reed. On the item is an image of smooth pebbles and lapis lazuli. On the item is an image of a dwarf and diorite, as well as an image of a highwood and llama wool. Interesting. A couple of bizarre choices added to it, but it's still a gemstone door, and from what I understand, artifact doors cannot be broken down. So this one could actually be pretty damn useful. We'll have to think of something interesting to do with it, but for now I'm not too sure. But yes, anyways, regarding our elven friends, that's gonna be about it. We're not bowing down to their silly whims anymore. Those times are over. Now we're not gonna go attacking them or anything yet. Again, yet. I just kinda wanna sit back and see what they do. And may the gods help them if they come back next year and ask for another tree cap. That would just be an insult. And now again, we're not gonna go attacking the elves. But you know, I think these warriors here are itching for some combat. Especially the recruits, who have yet to see any real combat, other than with a couple of wimpy forgotten beasts. So, the spring's here, the dwarves are feeling pretty okay. How about we do some raiding? Yeah, sounds like a plan. It's been more than a year since we raided those goblins. We have to make sure they stay down. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Alright, now let's have a look here. Yeah, looks like these 5 goblin pits surrounding the capital are still all unoccupied. I was thinking the goblins might start moving in over time. but does not look to be the case. Alright, well if we look over here, we have the Goblin Pits of Begun Tick, with 75 goblins. I think we should take this place out, and just kind of keep working our way up, pushing the goblins farther and farther north. How's that sound? Now we will raid this site, and attempt to raise the place. And I'm going to assign the brass spikes, as well as our recruits. They could use the training. And the other 3 squads I'll leave at home for now. Yeah, sounds good. All set, good to go. Move out, dwarves, and good luck to ya. Now, I just realized I haven't shown off the queen's quarters in a little bit. They're looking pretty good if I say so myself. Her bedroom is nicely appointed with some cabinets and chests now, as well as some tables, chairs, statues, and a bed. Most of which are made out of nickel and adorned with gems. And you can see there that the floor is inlaid with some gold and nickel bars. Not quite a royal bedroom yet, but it's getting there. And over here in the dining room, well, it's looking pretty good as well. A nice long table, as well as a bench, surrounded by nickel bars on the floor. And right here you can see the gem window, made of amethyst. That's something, huh? Looking out over the throne room. Very daunting. Just imagine what her silhouette would look like passing by the windows to someone down in the throne room. Yeah, that'd be spooky. Oh, ooh. A forgotten beast. The forgotten beast Vathi has come. An enormous humanoid composed of mud. It has wings and it has a gaunt appearance. Beware its deadly dust. Deadly dust, huh? I know for a fact that that is a bad one. Now, we've only ever encountered one other creature in this fortress so far that had deadly dust, and the fight was not memorable, and there didn't end up being any problems whatsoever. So I guess we could just hope for another one like that, huh? But damn, that's a weird looking creature. A humanoid, made of mud. I can't imagine it's the toughest thing, but if it's spraying dust all over the place then, well, we could be in trouble. Especially since the majority of our warriors are gone right now. This could be an interesting one, dwarves. Alright, Vathi is currently very close to the fortress, and we only have like a minute left in the recording, so let's try to speed through this. I don't particularly want to end up on another Forgotten Beast cliffhanger, so let's send the dwarves to the meeting hall burrow, and I'm going to attempt to try to capture this creature in our 3rd Forgotten Beast pen here. And if we do happen to capture that creature, that'll wrap things up nicely, I think. But if it doesn't end up going into this pen, then we may have another cliffhanger on our hands. Alright, following Vathi, who's going to be moving right up this tunnel here, straight towards the fortress. Yeah, this creature is not dawdling. Very unfortunate. Hurry up, dwarves, let's go. There's a bunch of visitors passing through this monster pen. Probably not the best, but it's okay for now because Vathi's still trying to break down these doors. Despite the fact that it has wings, it could easily fly over. Alright, come on you muddy bastard. It's starting to look like we have another weevil on our hands. Kind of frustrating. Yeah, that stinks, definitely. Well, there's not much we can do about it now. So I'm going to start breaking down this episode, and I guess we're all just going to have to suck it up and deal with another cliffhanger. Sorry I tried. But anyways, that was a pretty exciting one, huh? All kinds of terrible beasts invading our fortress. But let's see, what else have we done? Alright, down here. We now have 3 giant bark scorpions, and I'm hoping to have more in the future, and then we'll have to figure out something cool to do with those guys. And then we have this project over in the old exotic animal pen. More on that later. And we now also have a beautifully appointed area for our queen to reside in. Only proper. Well, we finally gotten our act together, and I'm sure Obak is totally happy with this result. And of course her throne room, more on that later. And another very exciting bit, we've turned down the elves' tree cap agreement. The first time we've done so. No longer will we dwarves live under the elven thumb. We are a proud, noble people. No more, says I. And may the gods help them if they come back with more demands. Oh, and one last little bit here. The brass spikes and others have returned, but I'll tell you what, we're not going to look at that just now. We'll break down their little expedition next episode, assuming things go well with our muddy friend here. As always, I truly hope you all enjoyed watching this episode, and I certainly hope you'll join me next time, here in Usheng Vagoosh, Monsterkiller. And until then, you beautiful bearded bastards,